Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a woman that I've watched a lot on how to organize and how to minimalize, right? And her thing is you got to use the poop rule, right?
Yeah.
If there's poop on it, would you wash it off and keep it, or are you going to throw it away?
Hey guys, and welcome to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where we dish on all things RV, full-time traveling, and RV maintenance. I'm Danny, one of the co-hosts of this crazy experiment. My wife Melissa and I, along with our great friends Rob and Trish and Jim and Amy, thought up this crazy idea sitting around a campfire drinking whiskey in Athens, Texas.
Hey everyone, welcome back to RV Trash Talk Podcast. We're Jim and Amy from the Vagabonds, Jim and Amy, and we are joined by Danny and Melissa from Four Simple Lives and Rob and Trish from Living Like Nomads. A big welcome to all of our new listeners, all two of you. We really appreciate the new people. And thanks for joining the chaos. And a big thank you to everybody that's returning, more glutton for punishment and enjoying the RV mayhem. So thanks for joining us. We do appreciate it. But before we get into today's episode, I'm going to call this, what's the 411?
The 411.
411. So we're going to, where are you at? Where you been? What's in the glass? And we'll start with Danny and Melissa.
Well, we are in Cape Coral, Florida still, because we're never going to leave Florida. We are in our home, at least, today for recording, but we're still in Florida. We are drinking, I haven't worked out lately, so I'm drinking Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, which is an organic lager, so it's basically CrossFit while we record right now. So I'm doing CrossFit, and we are finally leaving. Next Friday, we are leaving the beautiful state of Florida in our rearview mirror, and we're heading towards Texas for a few weeks. So finally, we're getting out of here.
Yes, we
Very
did.
good.
I am
Very
drinking also because I only did a walk today, so I'm also joining Danny in his CrossFit and drinking Pure Gold as well. But we have just been helping parents out with some things that have been going on, and so we decided to extend. But we just got back from a week vacation for our 20th anniversary. We went to Sandals, La Toc, and it was absolutely amazing. My husband, St. Lucia. My husband planned like the most epic anniversary trip ever. It was so amazing. He did a
Kudos
great
to
job.
Danny.
Yes.
Nice work, Danny.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good job, Danny. You're not just a pretty face.
Yeah. You are and you are a pretty face.
Well, everybody, what did someone ask if you were Jason Momoa? One.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a good one.
Really? Actually, you know what? I can see it.
You need
yes.
to get your eyebrow, though. He's got like that scar or something on his
Yes, we'll
eyebrow.
have to get you the scar. But Jason Momoa and then a yoga teacher finding himself was another thing that he got as well. Yep. So.
Way
Yes,
cool.
fun. It's a lot of fun. So, yes,
Well,
that's where we are.
Yeah, and you guys have been in Florida for quite some time. I mean, we left Florida months ago, and you left you guys behind, but we're going to meet back up. All right, Rob and Trish, what's the 411 for Living Like Nomads?
All right, we are in. Oh, go ahead.
We are in Cape Lookout near Tillamook, Oregon. We're camp hosting here for a couple of months.
Right on the coast, right on the ocean, which
Yeah.
is phenomenal. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, it's cold.
Yeah, so we've been not only camp hosting here, but also getting to visit our daughter who lives in Oregon. And this week we're going to venture out and go visit friends who we know in Oregon. So it's been great. We've been eating lots of chowder, doing cheese tours, all the fun stuff. And I am drinking some cream tequila. And what you got?
I've got an old fashioned from Kirkland. Good old Costco old fashioned mix. I love this stuff. It's just so good. Yeah. But I will say the one thing about being here on the coast is that it's cold. The Oregon coast is cold. The high is 60. Yeah, and we're in June.
If you're lucky.
Yeah,
if you're lucky, absolutely.
And it's a little bit gloomy some days. Where we're at it's kind of weird because there's mountains like literally right behind us, and the ocean is right on the other side. So we get this valley of like just fog a lot. So it's I don't know, but I will say being on the ocean is just so cool. I absolutely love it.
Literally.
So, yeah, I mean we are 30 steps from the ocean. So it is definitely cool.
And you guys are going to be doing that gig through the rest of this month?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the end of July. We'll be here to the end of July.
2 months then. Perfect.
So, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, It's a really good park to host at if anybody's ever looking for a good park to host at. But I think if we were to do it again, we'd only do 1 month so that we could see a little more sunshine and get some warmth.
Yeah, for sure.
Or go later in the season, like July, August, September. It's a little bit warmer.
Or
over
maybe
there.
that too.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. All right, the Vagabonds, Jim and Amy, what's our 411? Well, let's see. On our last episode, I think we finally broke suction from Arizona, kind of like Four Simple Lies, trying to get out of Florida. We were trying to get out of Arizona and finally made it. Last recording, we were actually in Montana. We made it all the way back over to Washington, and Washington's our home state. And I figured it out, and it was 18 months since we had been back in Washington. So
how's it feel to be back?
It's weird, actually. It is weird. But we are also camp hosting at a Washington State Park at Lake Chelan, cleaning fire pits and getting campsites ready for incoming campers. And I'm really having a great time with it. We're going to be doing that for, we got about 2 more weeks. A week and a half, 2 weeks until the end of the month, and then we actually get closer to where our youngest daughter is at in the Bremerton area.
Awesome.
Another camp hosting gig. But yeah, we've been doing well. And what's in your glass, Amy?
I've got water today.
Water. You like?
No, I meant
straight
Tito's.
up Tito's.
It's straight up Tito's.
She meant Tito's. She meant Tito's.
Tito's.
Tito's for the win. And I have a pour of Evan Williams bottled and bond. So
Nice.
yeah, so cheers, everybody.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Dink, dink, dink. How's that CrossFit working out there, man?
Very good. It's a little heavy. The cup's a little big, but
Yeah.
Are you building biceps too while you're drinking?
12-ounce curls the whole way.
to switch arms for the next pour.
Yeah. That was.
So this week we thought about how we prepared to get on the road full time. You know, what about the house? What about all of our stuff? And what do you take? What don't you take? And stuff like that. So I have a few questions for everybody. And we're going to go ahead and, we're going to start with Danny and Melissa on this one. Actually, we're going to start with Danny and Melissa on all of them. So forewarned is forearmed.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, right. So how long did it take you guys to downsize from your house to an RV? Now, I know your guys' situation was slightly different, coming off of active duty and traveling around a lot, but you still had stuff you had to take care of.
Yeah, we started full-time 29 Feb of 2004 last year. So in 2023 in May, we owned two houses on the same street, across the street from each other. So we were living in the big one, renting the little one. So we were living in the big one. We moved out May of 2023, sold it, moved into the RV, and did like 6 months in Colorado, still active duty, just bouncing around RV parks. So we kind of already downsized at that point. Whatever else we kept, we put in storage. Then we moved into our small house, which was our rental. That became our primary residence in December of 2023, just for 2 months, just so we could move in, not be in an RV in Colorado in the winter.
Yeah, burr.
So we had already downsized, so we brought whatever we had left in our storage unit to the new house, and really we lived on our RV mattresses and our RV couch. That's what we had in our house for 2 months. It was like a frat college kid's house. Except we had two children that were sleeping on the ground on their RV mattresses.
My back hurts just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
We borrowed a couch from our friends
Oh, yeah.
too, so we did have a couch, but yeah.
That's awesome.
funny.
Very
I love
good.
it.
Very good. What about you, Robin Trish?
Yeah.
So we actually downsized. We moved from North Carolina to Arizona, and then we launched from Arizona. So when we had a house in North Carolina, so we actually did a massive downsizing when we first moved to Arizona. So we sold the house there, got rid of a bunch of stuff. I mean, like just a bunch of stuff. And we got to Arizona. We were in a house that was half the size we were in, so we already downsized. And then basically we just did a bunch of garage sales. Like we realized really quick that we were in this house. We don't need a dining room table anymore. We don't need a hutch. We don't need all the big stuff. Because initially we were like, oh, we'll just get a storage unit and put all the shit in there. Well, that wasn't going to fly. So we sold everything. Like literally everything.
Yeah. Well, And just to kind of give a little more reference on it too, we lived in North Carolina for 16 years in our house that we had built. So we had a 5,000 square foot home with a 3-stall garage. And then we had a detached garage that had a boat garage and a boat in it. And then Rob had a huge wood shop with full of tools. And then upstairs we had like a
poker room and a movie theater.
Yeah. So our downsizing from North Carolina to Arizona was pretty massive. And then, but I just wanted a couple of things too. When we were in Arizona, we had a daughter who had just graduated college, a daughter who was in college, and a daughter who was getting ready to go to college.
Oh boy.
So when we left, it wasn't like just us. We were also getting them all relocated and established and figuring out their stuff on top of our stuff. So we started in the fall of 2020 doing some garage sales and getting rid of stuff right up until like August of 21, and we went on the road, September 1st of 21. So we just kept getting rid of stuff all year, and then what was left went in a storage unit.
Yeah.
Sounds
So
like
when we did move to North Carolina, we were actually renting a house at that point.
Okay.
We were thinking
from in
yeah, when we moved to Arizona, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We were renting a house there because we just didn't know what we were going to do. And it was nice because when we did decide to go on the road, we didn't have to worry about selling a house or anything like that.
Yeah.
We just talked to our landlord. We're like, hey, look, we're out of here at this point. He was like, that's fine.
Yeah, that made that part of it super
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
But then we did transition in, just to add real quickly. We had some loose ends to tie up for a little bit because our home base for work, everything was still in Arizona. So even though we were on the road in September, we were also in and out of timeshares for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Until everybody got off to college and got to where they needed to be. We were we had a bunch of timeshares banked, so we had the whole month booked out, and we were bouncing all around Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even really think about doing a timeshare for
We
had
had
it was really inexpensive because we already had
a bunch of
Right.
so we just swapped them out and did that. So anyway, that was kind of our deal.
We also started we didn't start in this fifth wheel. We started in a 21-foot little class C. I mean, it was small. Like we had a Murphy bed that flipped up. I mean, it was tiny. So I mean, going from a house to that thing was a massive change, but it was really good. I mean, I don't know. It was fun. It was good, but
that's awesome.
But yeah,
that's awesome. How about us? So, we started full-timing on the road in February, March, April of 2023. Mm-hmm. And our youngest daughter graduated high school in 22 and left the house. And our oldest daughter, she was already off into college and doing her thing. And living in an RV and traveling the country, it was something that we talked about doing. Actually, start doing this year in 2025.
Yeah, we were a little ahead of schedule.
When the youngest one flew the coop and didn't come back, it's like we're looking. We only had about a 2,000 square foot house, and it's like, why can't we go now? And we'd been in that house for over 20 years and raising 2 kids, and I have 2 other kids, so there was still some of the stuff from there. My mom and dad only lived about 3 hours south of where we were at, so a lot of the stuff when they sold their house and moved came up to our house. So it's like, so we actually started really, really early, getting rid of the smaller stuff. I knew 2025 was around the corner, say in 1920, and so I slowly started dwindling down on some of the extra stuff. And the last year it was, I don't know how many runs to Goodwill I made, to the dump. Talked about doing garage sales, but it's like people want to bicker over 10-cent item. It's like, it's not worth my time.
Yeah, so exactly.
I had actually built it was a small retaining wall out by the road, and it was only probably about a foot and a half tall. And I would take good usable items and put on that wall, and our neighbors, some stuff would last a day, some stuff would last a week, but it all went away. It's crazy.
We had put our patio table and chairs out there. Somebody took the table and 2 out of the 4 chairs. Never came back and got the other 2 chairs. Like, what the heck, man? Why didn't you take all 4 chairs?
Yeah, seriously.
So we worked at it. We started downsizing pretty early. get home from work, and I would just go through the garage and like, all right, I haven't touched that in 6 months. I haven't touched that, and oh, what is that? Where'd that come from? And just started getting rid of stuff slowly but surely. And
I was just going to add one thing, Jim, on it too. A couple of other things we did. One, we use Facebook Marketplace a lot. So all of our big items, we sold on Facebook Marketplace, like fast, like too fast. Like I listed our fridge and washer dryer and all that, and I thought it might take a bit. They were gone, and people want them in 24 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you got to wait a few days.
I forgot about that because I had actually used Facebook Market on several items that were still very usable, but worth a little bit more than the $10 I was willing to give away.
And then the other thing we did too is our last sale, instead of doing an outside sale, we had actually hired someone to come and do more like an estate type sale. And then literally 4 days before the sale, they came over and and decided they didn't want to do it. And and so we're like, and so then he was like, but we've already, we've got all the signs done for you. We'll give you the signs to use. So we used his signs. We posted it on Facebook Market, on like in Facebook groups, like everywhere. And we just, they did help us set it up though. That was cool.
It was a weird situation.
Yeah. They thought we weren't going to sell enough that it was going to be worth their time. Joke's on them. On them, because we ended up selling like $6,000 or $7,000 worth of stuff. And the nice part was we didn't have to share it.
It was all profit for you at that point.
Yeah.
So this is, I will say, here's one tip for people that are doing garage sales or just selling other stuff. Don't put a price on anything. So this is basically what I just put a sign that said make an offer. And I had people making offers of like something I would sell for $1. People would be like, I'll give you like $15 for it. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, done.
Sold.
And then people are like, well, I don't know what to offer. I'm like, all right, we'll start at $1,000 and we'll go from there. And people are like, well, I don't want to pay that, obviously. I'm like, yeah, just give me a number. And we negotiate. And it was a
reasonable number, and we'll go from there.
And it was fun. And I mean, and for the most part, we got more than what we get at a regular garage sale. But I mean, every garage sale, that's the way we do all our garage sales. And it's worked out well. So
it's less work.
Yep.
So I kind of started out with that question because it kind of goes into the following question. I mean, all of us had many years in one location. Some not as many as Danny and Melissa, but you guys were. I mean, I was active duty Navy for 20 years, and you have a smaller footprint moving around all the time. Not that I moved around all the time, but anyway. So when you were going through all that stuff, how did you decide on what items to keep and to take with you in the RV? Danny and Melissa.
That's a good question.
Because we had lived in the RV before we went full time, we lived in the RV for like 6 months, and I slowly realized what you think that you need, you do not need. Like,
amen.
There was a lot of stuff I was like, oh, I absolutely am gonna need to have this, and we never touched it in like the 6 months that we were still in Colorado full timing. The good thing is that we had the storage unit, so I was kind of able to take stuff to the storage unit and then, figure out what to do with it later. But I think one thing you learn as a full-time RVer, probably 20% of the stuff you will not actually need. Like, there's a lot of stuff you think you need and you will never touch it.
Yep.
Yeah?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
So the stuff that you so you actually have stuff that you decided that you wanted to keep that you might have in storage right now then.
Yeah, the only thing that's in our storage unit is like memory stuff, like the kids' baby things and
18 Christmas boxes for one day.
Oh, shut up. I mean, it's all stuff that parents have started to pass down to us, and I have zero furniture in there. Actually, a good portion of it is your tools.
Tools, that's it.
Yeah.
Tools are important though.
I agree. That's the
tools
same with us.
18 Christmas boxes is what we have in our storage unit.
All right, very good. All right, Rob and Trish, what did you guys do with the unwanted items, and how did you decide what to take and what not to take?
I kind of agree with that. When we first moved to Arizona, we had literally 18, 20 Christmas boxes. So we pared that down to one.
We just kept the ornaments.
Yeah, we kept the ornaments.
Yeah, we kept
because the ornaments were given from grandparents and parents,
and the kids made.
And the kids made them. So the heartfelt stuff we kind of kept. I do have my tools in there.
Those kind of items are kind of tough to make a tough decision with.
Yep.
Yeah. We the other thing we did is, again, we were going into a 22-foot motorhome, so we didn't have a lot of space. So it really came down to the necessities of making sure we had dishes. You know, we had one skillet and one pot because we didn't have room for more. We had our clothes and stuff. We had the bunk, so we had pared our clothes down into some bins that we had stored up in the bunks. And, you know, our work laptops, we had our paddle boards stowed somewhere. But going into the small motorhome made us really pare down a lot more. And I think part of it too was we had narrowed down and we had everything kind of in a corner of what was going to go out into the RV. And when we started putting it in there, obviously we're like, okay, we got too much.
It's not all going to fit.
So we had to get rid of some more. And then I think for us too, we were a little bit different. Like when we first left, again, we were in and out of timeshares a little bit those first few weeks. Then we were in California for a couple weeks. Then we left the state of Arizona finally, sometime in October. Yeah. And we were back in like towards the end of January. So we met up with our kids on the East Coast for Christmas and met up with family. So we came back in January. When we came back at the end of January, because we stayed there for, I think we were there like February, March, and April, just because that's where you want to be. It's the one state with nice weather at that time. We unloaded a lot of stuff into the storage unit. Yeah. All the extra stuff went into the storage unit, and then when we got our fifth wheel, and
Trish still has too many shoes.
Whatever. Never too many shoes.
Amy would disagree with you.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I think when it took us 4 hours to move out of our 22-foot motorhome into the fifth wheel, we decided we needed to get rid of more stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good marking.
There's a
4 hours. What?
Yeah. There's a woman that I've watched a lot on how to organize and how to minimalize, right? And her thing is like you got to use the poop rule, right?
Yeah.
If there's poop on it, would you wash it off and keep it, or are you going to throw it away?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean, very, very simple. And, it may sound gross, but it's true. Because there's a lot of stuff. Even now, like, we need to pare down again. Yeah. She doesn't think so, but I
didn't say no. But we just did. When we left Arizona, we got rid of tons of stuff.
Yeah, we did our second big pair a couple months ago.
Yeah, so. we find about every 6 months or so, it's like, all right. So what did we do with the items we wanted to keep?
Well, I feel we do have a small storage unit and things that we felt we didn't need. Like you guys said, more of your memory stuff and the heartfelt things and a lot of your Navy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we did put that in the storage unit.
Yep.
Stuff we don't need, but we don't want to get rid of yet.
Yep. We were weekend warriors, vacationers in an RV for a long, long time. So we already had our second home, or next home, if you will, kind of already set up with silverware and dishes. And, I had separate tools that were in there. So we kind of had two houses already. So when I was moving into and come across those items, be like, okay, is the one in the house better than the one in the trailer? Okay, so I would swap it out. I'd take the good one with me, right? And it's 96 the other one. So, but and another thing that I also came across is I think it was the rule of 20.
Yes.
I think it's a rule of 20. If there's an item that is less than $10 or $20 or less, and you can get it within about 20 minutes, and you might use it twice a year, don't carry it.
Yes.
It's not worth it. It's just going to get in your way, especially if it's a big, bulky, blow-up mattress. I don't know. But just don't. And spend that $20 that once or twice a year. Donate it to Goodwill or whatever you need to do. All right, so now all of us have gone through our houses, figured out what we're doing with all our stuff. I don't want to say crap because not everybody's crap.
Not all of it.
But there's a lot of stuff that you really don't need. So we figured out what to do with it. We figured out what to do with the stuff that we must keep but we can't take with. So now that you have that big empty house, and Danny and Melissa, you guys kind of already touched on it a little bit, and I think Rob and Trish did too. What did you do with your house? Did you sell it? Did you rent it out? Family living in it? Squatters maybe? I don't know. The bums?
Better not be any squatters. Well, we sold our big house across the street, And then the little one we were living in when we went full time, we still own it to this day. We got renters in it, so we're on our second set of renters since we've been on the road full time.
Yeah.
And we'll keep
That's
that
awesome.
as long as they keep paying the bills for us.
Heck yeah.
Hey, man, that's passive income right there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
By
Rob
the
and
way-
Trish, how about you guys?
Yeah, so by the way, just before I dive in, while we're in Colorado, if you need us to go check it out, we can. We'll be there.
Very nice.
We can do a drive-by. No, but for us, yeah, we sold our North Carolina house in 2017, and then we were in a rental, so we didn't really have to do anything, which was actually one of the biggest reasons we decided to go on the road, because we're like, for the first time, we were not attached to anything.
Yeah.
And the kids were all moving, and the housing market had gone crazy, so that was, part of our decision.
Yep.
Perfect. How about us, Amy?
Well, we sold it because we didn't want to deal with the headache. Squatters, and the market was good. I mean, we sold it for way more than we bought it
Yeah,
for.
we certainly did. It was the right time.
It was easy. It was kind of
Oh,
an
yeah.
easy decision, I
Yep.
think, to not keep it. Well, and I think mainly because we knew we weren't going to come back to the house.
Yep.
It's not where we want to be when we're 70,
Right.
God willing,
Yeah.
80 years old.
Right.
So we
Yep.
already knew that. It wasn't our forever place, if you will. So Danny and Melissa, is there anything from living in a sticks and bricks house that you miss?
Yes.
Go ahead.
My first? Okay. So we have two kids. Emma is 12, Jake is 9. And I would say the only thing that I miss is, kids run around and they chase the dog and they play hide and go seek and they're very loud. Very loud sometimes.
No way.
They're not loud.
So I guess I kind of missed, like, you can't do that in an RV. I mean, you can. It's just the entire thing shakes and, stuff like that. So I guess I missed, like, the kids being able to do stuff like that. I mean, does it happen often? I mean, like, we were at my parents' house today and they were playing hide and go seek with Sadie in the house. You can't do that in an RV. Like,
It'd be a very quick game.
yeah, there's nowhere to hide. So I mean, it's stuff like that, watching the kids have fun like that I think I miss. But honestly, that's I had to really dig deep and think of something, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I would say I would miss. Yeah.
That's very very good answer. I mean, but you give them a great big backyard to go run around. hide and
Exactly.
seek in.
Except it's in,
Well,
we're still
there
in
are
Florida.
trades off unless it's crappy weather. So
But we're still in Florida and it's like 102 outside.
yeah, I ain't running.
No
No,
one's going outside
No.
right now.
Yeah, though, I don't know. I guess not something I miss, but experiences. I've had 2 times in the RV living full time. I've got COVID, and it was the most miserable situation to go through for 6-7 days when you have 2 seating options: the one couch or the
Oh.
one bed. And
Yeah.
every bone and muscle in your body hurts, and the RV shakes when the kids are doing said tag and
Yeah.
hide and go seek. And that's the
Said
only
tag.
thing that I miss, I guess. If that's something
Yeah.
you miss, is getting sick or having
Getting-
multiple family members sick at the same time. At least you can spread out in the sticks and bricks. Where it's here, one of us gets it, we're all getting it. There's no getting
Oh,
away.
for sure.
Yep.
For sure. All right, Rob and Trish, how about you guys?
Go ahead, Trish. I'll let you start.
Gosh, I got to think hard on this one. I would say, I mean, obviously, like leaving North Carolina, selling our boat and stuff like that was a little hard, but we only miss it if we're on a lake. But I would say for me, this is going to sound crazy. I just miss our tankless water heater.
Oh, we got one of those.
But in our new rig, we'll have one of those, so it'll be fine.
It's a love-hate with me.
Yeah. So here's a big thing. Like I miss my shop. Like my shop.
yeah.
So I had a big 1,000 square foot shop that I can build anything, and I would go there a lot just to hang, just chill out, and it's totally fine. But I definitely do miss that. But we have found spots that we've been able to go to that have a full on wood shop. That if I do need to make something, I can make it. But
That's awesome.
I truly miss it was my man cave.
I was going to say, Rob's man cave, yeah.
I built it for the man cave. Like, I had my shop downstairs, I had a poker room upstairs, and I had a theater. Like, I do miss that. But, like, the rest of the house is fine. Like, I don't miss any of that. Like, I miss my being able just to go out and be like, okay, I'm going to be gone for the next 2 hours and just go into my cave.
Yeah.
Yep.
But-
Go putter.
Yeah, exactly.
Go
Yeah.
putter.
Yeah, that's really what he did.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. All right, Amy, anything that you miss?
I don't know that I really miss anything about living in our house except for, you know, now you have to be away from your friends, which we're back now visiting, which is great. And our daughter's still in Washington.
Yeah.
So that's hard to be away from them. But as far as living in the house, I don't know. I don't know that I really miss much of anything.
Yeah.
I don't
No?
think so. No, not really.
Well, and I mean, that's the beauty of this lifestyle. We get to circle around and
Right.
visit friends, and we'll meet up with you guys eventually, too, at some point. As far as me, I mean, I do miss the puttering in the garage. I mean, I would hang out there, and I'd have my bottle of whiskey in the corner, and I'd have a TV going, and neighbor would come across the street, and we'd have a beer together or whatnot. I kind of miss that, but our new Brinkley actually has a little garage for me, so I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Lucky.
It's the mini man cave.
The mini man cave, yeah, it's the portable one. I think really I'd like to have a clean vehicle, and it drives me
Right?
crazy that my truck is filthy. Wash it in an RV park, and it just
100%.
boggles my mind why I can't just go out there and wash my truck. So
Yes.
that's probably the biggest thing I miss. I mean, yeah. So I think we all had some pretty good ideas of how to get started getting rid of our stuff, what to do with stuff that you still want to keep, what we did with our houses, what we miss from living in a sticks and bricks. Danny and Melissa, what advice would you give others that are looking into going full-time RV living, as far as this topic goes?
So full-time RV living is definitely different from being like a weekend warrior. So don't think just like your 3-day trips, are going to be what full-time life is like, because that's not even remotely accurate. I would say if you can do like a couple of weeks or something, if there's a way that you can do that and like do life in the RV, like work or make phone calls or, I don't know, everybody is watching a movie in their own spaces or something like that, and you can still come out liking each other and getting along or whatever. But don't think just because everything is like sunshines and rainbows on your weekend warrior trip, like you'll be like, oh, full-time RV life is going to be, we're so going to nail this and it's going to be awesome. Like that's not realistic. It's just really
it's not.
So if you can do a couple of weeks and you can still come out at the end of it and you can still like each other and you're still excited about it as well, because full-time
Bingo.
RV life is not easy either, then I think that you'll be good to go. Yeah?
I agree.
That's great advice, Melissa. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Danny, do you want to add anything to your wife's comment?
I do. As enlightening as that was,
See it in his face.
I don't want to overshadow that. But I would simply say we're not getting any younger and stuff's not getting any cheaper, so stop talking about it and be about it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Amen, brother. All right, Robin, Trish, how about you guys?
You are like a yogi guy, man. Just stop doing it. Just be about it. I agree. I think you are like a yogi guy.
Stop
Yeah.
thinking and just
Go ahead,
do.
Weiss, you go. You go first, because I'm gonna way overshadow you.
Okay, of course you are. Oh, sorry. Did I say that loudly? Yeah. I would say this. I think it's super important as you're downsizing to be if you've got a significant other or spouse that you're going to be doing this with, to be super respectful with not being too judgmental on what they want to keep and what you want to keep.
Very
Because
good.
everybody has their own reasons that they want certain things, and it's important to them.
Yeah.
And there's different personality types, and just because you don't think one thing,
You don't think
is-
shoes are important?
yeah, I'm just saying everybody's a little different though. But
know.
you've got to be respectful back and forth, and you within being realistic. But I mean, obviously, we're not going to be taking things that nobody should have in an RV. But seriously, just not being judgy as to what that other person's taking with them. There's a reason that they wanted to take it, and it was important to them.
Yeah, Oh no,
Very good, very good. I totally agree, Trish. Yeah, each person has to be 110% on board, and and neither one should get judged for. Yeah, this is my favorite spatula.
Yeah,
It's
That's
coming
right.
with me.
That's right.
All right, Rob. We know you got to add something.
Oh yeah, no, I had a whole big thing, but I 100% agree with what she said.
Yeah.
Because I make fun of her a lot because she loves shoes,
But I wear them all.
but she does wear most of them.
At the same time, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
I change
No,
shoes
but-
like every 5 minutes.
No, but seriously though, she does like 100% respect what you're gonna have what you want, and if you have the space for it, that's fine. So what we did is this is my space, this is her space, and she puts whatever she wants in her space. I put what I want in my space. What I put in my space is very different than what she has in her space, and you have to just respect that. I mean, it's just one of those things. You may not agree with what she thinks is very much important.
And she probably
Yeah.
doesn't agree with
And
yours
we're totally
either.
fine.
I mean, it's
But she
something
doesn't agree with
on
I
that
think
one.
is very important.
I mean, he's got more tools than I got
Yeah.
shoes, so I'm just saying. I actually have a really funny story, though, and I apologize. I know we're taking more time than we probably should, but when we first went on the road, Rob got this grill that was supposed to be like fold up and not supposed. Just hold on, not supposed to take up a lot of space.
Best grill ever.
And it's a great grill. It's cooked many great meals, so I'm not shaming the grill. However, it really took a lot more space, and it did not fold up as compact as one thought it would. So we had to buy one of those things that goes into the trailer hitch on the back of our motorhome to fit this grill.
Yeah, a cargo.
Right?
carrier thing,
That's
yeah.
how we actually took the grill everywhere. And so then he bought this case for it, had it zipped up. So anyway, there was something we wanted one time, and he's like, well, where are we going to put this? And I'm like, well, I think it can just be added right on top of the grill that we've already had to buy this extra thing for and this extra bag for. And then, of course, that was cause for many laughs. But I was like, hey, we still have room. We still have room back there. So
That's
anyway.
awesome. That's funny. All right, Amy.
Any advice?
Yeah.
Let's see. I would say if you're really thinking about full time and you're worried about
Anything.
a house, your stuff, just make it happen however
Yep.
you can, because I think there's so many great opportunities out there on the road to do things and explore and meet new people and do crazy things like make a podcast.
Yeah, right?
I want to change my answer.
That don't
When you're done, I want to change my answer.
that don't worry. I mean, yes, you have to worry about, your house and your stuff, but don't let it weigh upon you so much that you don't maybe make that dream come true.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if
Yeah.
you've done Melissa's experiment and you know that you can live with somebody.
Yeah.
You've done the 2-week tour and you're like, yes, I can live with this person. Let's do it.
Amen.
Don't let the house and the things hold you back.
I agree. But and I'm not going to overtop you.
So here's my real answer. The best thing about going on the road with my wife is that it got us a chance to really reinvent our relationship, because we've been married for 137 years. We've had
Guys
three
look great
kids.
for that long of a marriage.
Yeah. We've had 3 kids, and when you have kids and you go through that stage, right, you disconnect a little bit, and it's just like when we actually got on the road, just the 2 of us, it got us a chance to reconnect again, like what we did when we were dating. It was kind of weird, but it's been really cool to kind of just reconnect as a couple, being on the road, just the 2 of us, and it's been really good.
No, I
That-
agree.
That's what I wanted to say, but Trish has been slapping my leg, being like, "Stop saying that shit." So stop. So anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jim.
It's all right. It gave me
But
enough
that-
time to remember what I was going to say.
Yeah. So anyway,
So my final 2 cents on that would be I talk to people. Being in this lifestyle, you talk to people about the lifestyle, and I find not all the time, but often there's people that make excuses for not being able to. Stop making the excuses and
yeah.
figure out what the plan is. Write that plan down. Get a vision board and make it happen, because it is so worth it. All right, we're going to get this rolling again. Anybody have an oh boy moment?
Not like a specific incident, but just the other day, all my stuff got in the mail, all my Victron components, all my lithium batteries, all my massive copper wires that cost $1,000.
Yeah.
And I laid it all out in my RV where I no longer have a couch, which is another oh boy, because we leave in a week and we don't have a plan. Anyway, so I laid it all out and I'm looking at it and I start calling on the RV and I'm looking at the 12-volt system and the 120 volt and I'm like, I don't know what the piss I'm doing. I truly don't know what I'm doing. So luckily I bought pretty much all the stuff. I bought it from Todd Henson at Big Beard Battery, and I've been in contact with their team, and a shout out to his daughter, Rayleigh. She's been absolutely amazing. I
That's
email
awesome.
her or text her, and she responds right away. So she's been
That's
helping
cool.
me out. But yeah, I just had this moment the other day where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I've got
Oh,
all
boy.
this stuff here, and I'm like,
Oh,
you know,
boy.
it's not about not knowing what I'm doing. It's about believing in yourself and having
Yeah.
the confidence that
Yeah.
I can pull the fuse panel apart and start running new wire 20 feet.
You can do it.
We believe in you, Danny. You got
You
this.
can totally do it, man.
You can do it.
Oh, I'm doing it no matter what. We got a lot of Hilton points, so if we got to travel and stay in Hilton parking lots.
Well, and I imagine that you're looking at all these cables and all this Victron stuff, and you're like looking at the whole cake, and it's like, how do I eat all of this? Well, very good. So that brings us to Amy's quote of the episode.
Well, it's kind of cheesy, and people see it everywhere. It's like on hand towels and toilet paper and stuff. But it kind of goes with our theme of the day. Home is where you park it.
Okay.
We have one of those signs.
Right?
Love it.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
you park it.
Love it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Well, that's it for this episode for RV Trash Talk Podcast. We hope you had as many laughs as we did and oh boy moments as we did, because boy, did we have some tonight. Today, this afternoon, whatever. If you're loving the real life stories, helpful tips, and RV adventures, make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and also leave us a review. It helps more RVers find us and keeps you in the loop for future crazy episodes.
Hell yeah.
Got your own RV tip or old boy story? We'd love to hear it. Connect with us on social media or drop us a message. We might even share your story in a future episode. Safe travels, stay level, and don't forget your spouse when you leave the RV park.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody.
Night, y'all.
Dude.
Hope you guys enjoyed this RV Trash Talk podcast. Please subscribe and join us as we navigate this crazy full-time RV lifestyle.